Hi, it's Steve Sorensen at Phillips Chevrolet. Today I'd like to show you the underside of the new 2014 Chevrolet 7th generation Corvette. We just got this in today. It's in the middle of a pre-delivery inspection. And I wanted to show you some things underneath the bottom of the changes that Chevy's made to the new C7. First of all, the entire frame is now made of aluminum instead of steel. And if you can get underneath here, it's basically going to show you how the different sections of the frame are. Even though they have the aluminum painted black, this is all TIG welded right here and glued from here to the back is an extruded piece of aluminum that goes from here to here in the frame. If you get hit from the back or get hit from the front sections and the back sections of the frame will collapse like an aluminum can being stepped on. And then we go into the frame section about from here to here. It's a cast aluminum part of the frame, which is going to be a little bit stronger to support the rear end and the transmission area of the vehicle. And then we come into the frame section that's going to house where the passengers sit. It's in this whole underbody area right here. We can't really get a good view of it. But as you can see, all the control arms, the lower control arm, the upper control arm of the rear wheel now are all cast aluminum. Just makes it for a lighter vehicle, a little bit stronger. It's your rear drive unit. You got your 13.6-inch rotor here. You can also see how air is deflected and caught from the underside of this car and brought into this deflector right here, which cools your rear brakes. It's for the rear brake cooling system here. Filled in the underbody panel so the car's not only aerodynamic on top but also on the bottom. You got your dual headers that come out in here to your dual exhaust system. This particular vehicle has the performance exhaust system on it, which has baffles up in the front area. They also got two baffles in the back here for extra performance and opening it up back in here. Continuing up in the front part of the vehicle here, if you look up in this section right up in here, you're going to see this shiny material up in here. This is the tunnel that goes through the center of the aluminum frame. Before, when you bought an older generation Corvette, your cups, your drinks and stuff would get hot in your drink holders. I mean, you drive your Corvette for 20 minutes and your cold soda sitting in your drink holder would get hot. But what they've done is they've taken a material called aerogel and they've put it in behind this aluminum. It's basically a thick material that looks like a cloudy, thick polyurethane that's solid. And what it does is it deflects the heat. So all the heat from the headers and all the activity going on through this tunnel here is now going to be deflected to where your center console is not going to get hot anymore. This basically is going to be your oil cooler here. This is the starter of the vehicle. And the headers come down here. Now, you can also see when the frame comes out underneath the driver compartment here, it switches into a section. It's a TIG weld right in here. This is also cast aluminum here. That cast aluminum is an extra strong area. It's just a stronger area for where the motor is attached, and it's also it's where the motor is basically attached. Up front, you'll also see where it changes back into the extruded piece of frame. This basically right here is your electric drive steering assist right there. It's controlled in a belts underneath. There's belts inside this aluminum housing right here. This is your electric drive unit. And you can see this entire section of the frame is now cast aluminum. The car is 100 pounds heavier, but all the weight is much lower, a little wider track. Frame is 99 pounds lighter and 57% stronger. This front area, this is a Z51, which gives you the higher performance brakes. It's a 13.6-inch caliper. And on a non-Z51, this air dam that's right here will run all the way across the front of the vehicle. But since this is a Z51, this section of the air dam is cut out to where air can grab here and shoot right into the brakes and keep them cool. So that's basically the underside of the Z51 Corvette. So if you have any questions, my name's Steve Sorensen at Phillips Chevrolet. And get a hold of me at 815-469-2323, extension 398. Appreciate your time and have a good day.